Emmy, tomorrow's the day we get married, right?
Yeah, we finally became a married couple.
I'm kind of nervous even though we're just getting a marriage license.
Same.
You're spending a night in your parents' house tonight, right?
Yeah, would you pick me up from here tomorrow? Even though you've never been here. Do you know the address?
I know, so I'll be fine. I'm also going to use Google Maps, so I should pick you up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Okay. I'm going to meet your parents there then. That makes me even more nervous.
Don't worry. You've already met them at the wedding. My mom and dad both seem to like you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
I hope so. Your parents seemed so formal. I hope they won't say, "You can't be with my daughter."
Don't worry. My parents aren't that strict. Just be normal.
I'll try. Emmy, let's get married and live a happy life together.
Yes, I'm happy to be married to you.
Okay, I'll pick you up tomorrow.
I know it's early, but don't oversleep.
I won't. You too, Emmy.
James, what's wrong with you? Did I do something wrong? James, are you okay? Did you get sick on the way?
You've been annoying since a while ago. I told you I'm fine.
How can it be that you're fine? We were supposed to get a marriage license today, but as soon as you came to my parents' house, you said, "I'm not going to do it today." You didn't even come up to our house. My parents were worried. You're really sick, aren't you? Do you want me to buy you something? If there's anything you want, don't hesitate to ask.
You don't have to do that.
Why not?
I don't feel sick or anything. Don't worry about it.
But you're acting weird. Last night you were excited to officially get married, but now you decide not to do it out of nowhere. You must have a reason. If you have something on your mind, just tell me.
Let me ask you something. Is that your parents' house?
What? Yes, but what about it?
They lived in that house.
What? What do you mean?
I thought you were like a princess. The way you look, the way you talk, you're elegant. The things you wear look so expensive. I thought you must come from a decent family.
What are you trying to say? I didn't know you were that kind of person.
I guess I was wrong about everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
You've been lying to me all this time. You never told me your parents lived in a house like that.
I don't know why I need to. We never talked about our parents' houses.
I didn't think it was necessary. Because you look like that, I was sure that you grew up in a decent family. Didn't I tell you before? My family isn't wealthy, but I worked hard, graduated from a good university, and got a job at a major corporation. So basically, I'm an elite. So my partner should be on the same level as me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you explain briefly?
I'm saying I was disappointed when I saw your house.
Huh?
I thought you'd be a good match for me, but I'm very disappointed. I didn't know you grew up in a shabby house. It looks like something out of an old tale. It's like over 100 years old. I'd say it's a marriage fraud.
Marriage fraud? You're going too far. It's an old house, but we've taken good care of it.
Even if it was taken care of, it's still a shabby house. Well, you should consider yourself lucky to be with me. You got to be with an elite man like me. It must have been like a dream come true for you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you only went out with me for money?
It wasn't like that, but it is too extreme. That house tells your standard of living. You're definitely not compatible with me.
What do you mean by that? We're getting married because we love each other, right? When you proposed to me, you said you loved me. Was it fake?
Of course I loved you then, but now I don't love you anymore, because of that house. I cannot even believe your parents live there. The area around their house is a countryside full of fields. If I were your parents, I'd get sick only for a day.
I didn't know you were that rude.
I'm just telling the truth. I can't do this.
If you say so. Your parents must have a really nice mansion, huh?
Huh?
Because you look down on someone's parents' house. What does your parents' house look like? Is it like a mansion in the central city?
My house is average, but at least it's so much better than your parents' house, though. What do you think I am? Do you think I'm a poor man who only can get a wife who grew up in a shabby house?
I never said like that. You judge me only by the appearance of my parents' house. I don't know why you overreact so much about it.
Of course, it's my future wife's parents' house.
But you didn't even see inside.
I could imagine it easily when I looked outside of it. Then I thought I couldn't be with you anymore.
What the heck? You mean you want to break up with me?
Well, I think so.
We were about to get the marriage license. Don't you think it's so rude?
I mean, I can't change my mind, so I can't do anything about it. It's your fault because you didn't tell me.
So you mean we break up just because of a shabby house?
I didn't say it like that. Anyways, it's over. I won't see you anymore. That's fine, right?
If you say so, then I guess I have no choice.
Even though you're used to living in that house, I can't believe you had thought you could marry me. How positive are you?
That's enough. I can't do it anymore either.
Your parents' shabby house is no match for me.
You know what? Can't you just say it clearly? You wanted to marry me because I'm rich. But my house was shabby, so you assumed that I'm not rich. Now you want to break up with me. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. If you're not rich, no marriage.
You showed your true colors.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything at this point. I worked hard, got a great education and work experience. All I had to do was marry a rich woman and I could have been perfect. A shabby house doesn't match with me.
I see, but that's just another house.
What? What do you mean by another house?
My parents' actual house is in New York, where they usually live. It's a 3 floors imported house. It's in the middle of the city and very convenient.
3 floors? 3 floors? In the middle of the city?
Yeah, I grew up there until high school.
Well, if you have such a nice house, why do you need to live in a shabby house in the countryside?
My dad says when you live in the city, sometimes you just want to be in a quiet place. On his days off, he comes to the other house to work in the fields and refresh himself.
No way. He bought a shabby house just to refresh himself?
That's the house my dad used to live in for a while. The house is so old that it could be demolished, but it was my grandpa's house and it's important to him. We decided to take good care of it and keep it for a while longer. He left right away yesterday, so I couldn't show you inside. All the bathrooms and toilets have been remodeled and are up to date. All the rooms have air conditioners and are really comfortable.
So that means your parents aren't poor?
Yeah, they are building an apartment in New York.
What? Wait. They're building an apartment in addition to the 3 floors house they already have?
Yeah. But why?
What are your parents doing?
Real estate investors, I guess we'd call them.
What? That's not what we were talking about. I just remember when we met, you told me your dad was just a businessman, so you lied.
You can invest in real estate while working at the office.
Seriously, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Why? Because my dad is working at the office and I don't need to tell you about my dad's side business.
But...
So when the apartment we're building now is finished, he want to give me a room in the apartment as a wedding gift as well. My dad said if you and I are okay with it, we could both live there. But I don't care anymore, because we're not getting married.
No, wait. Don't be hasty.
What?
I was just testing you.
Huh?
I wanted to test how much you love me.
What do you mean?
I was wondering how you'd react if I said I was breaking up with you. I was just testing you.
Huh?
But now I understand we are truly destined to be together.
I don't get it. I mean, you don't want to marry me, right? You said I'm not good enough for you because I'm poor. You just said it.
I actually said too much. And also, I didn't know the house was your second house. I actually like the old vibe.
You're so obvious.
We're destined to be together after all. It was a good opportunity for me to know that you love me that much. I'm really relieved.
When did I say that? I thought we agreed to break up.
You were even thinking about the place to live together, right? And it's an apartment in New York. You were exactly the woman I had expected. I love you now more than ever.
You love me? What an obvious lie. Just because you found out my parents are rich, take responsibility for what you said.
What are you talking about? That can't be true. I always love you, Emmy.
No, you told me that we're not getting married, right? I don't love you anymore, so the engagement is officially off.
No way. You're joking, right? I know you still love me. I'm going to pick you up now, so let's get a marriage license.
No, I can't.
I'm sorry, I was rude to your parents today. If you can't make it today, can we try again next week?
No, I can't.
If we can't do it next week, we can do it the week after that.
Even if you ask me again and again, I will never change my mind. I mean, my parents were also disappointed. You said mean stuff to our house. And you started to say not to get married. They were disappointed that I was dating that kind of man.
What? Did you tell them about the broken engagement?
Yeah, I did, because I'm still at home. The house that you said is shabby.
Why did you tell them? Didn't you think it might make my impression worse?
I mean, it's already so bad.
What? Why?
Read what's up that you sent again. What do you mean you broke off the engagement because of the shabby house? He also said I would match with you. I don't know how great you think you are, but actual elite people would never say things like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you really mad at me?
I'm not angry, I'm disgusted. But it's okay, it's none of my business anymore. I'm not going to see you anymore, it doesn't matter.
Why are you saying that? I thought we're getting married because we love each other. I didn't know your parents well enough to get it wrong. But now that the misunderstanding's been cleared up, we're going to be together.
Together? Let me ask you this. What would you do if you're going to live in that shabby house with me? No matter how beautiful it is on the inside, I don't think you can handle that if you're a pretentious person. You can't live together with me, can you?
That's not the point. I mean, that's not going to happen. You're building an apartment in New York, right?
See? I knew it. You don't want me. You just want the apartment. I don't want that kind of gold digger.
That's not true. I really love you.
Give up on marriage with me. Find a new rich woman.
It was a joke that I said I wanted to marry a rich woman. Please, you have to trust me.
How can I trust you?
If you have such a strong will, I have an idea.
What?
I'm coming to you right now.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to get your parents to approve our marriage, and then we'll go to get the marriage license. Is that okay?
No, you can't do that. My parents are gonna say the same thing. I can't do it in the first place. I can't look at you that way anymore.
Why not? We were engaged just now, so why are you being so cold?
You broke off the engagement yourself. What are you talking about?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to confirm your love.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. It's too much to ask.
I'm not lying. I'm going to prove it now.
Prove what?
How much I love you.
No, I'm scared of you now. You don't have to prove it to me. It's already been proven that you're just after the money.
No, it's a misunderstanding. You misunderstood me. If your parents could talk to me, they'll understand how much I deserve you.
Don't do it, please. My parents will really kick you out this time. They know that you saw the appearance of their house and broke off the engagement, and that you approached me because I look rich. You reaffirmed that I was rich and turned your hand back to me. I already know everything. I can't do that because I'm talking to my parents while we are texting.
Oh, shoot. I love you so much. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You just love my money, not me, right?
No, of course not. That's enough. Talking on WhatsApp isn't getting us anywhere. I'm going to your parents' house now, and even if I had to apologize sincerely, I'll do that. Marry me, Emmy.
Huh? You're annoying, so don't come here anymore.
I'm serious.
I won't let you in the house, even if you come.
I'll be there in an hour or so. Just wait for me.
I told you not to come over. I don't know if you regret it later.
Emmy. I'm in front of your house. Please, open the door. I know you're inside.
I called the police.
What? The police? Why?
I told you not to come. I said I'd never see you again and that I'd break up with you.
I know that's not what you really wanted. You really wanted me to come get you, right? Stop being so stubborn and come out.
You know what, James? Now that I know what you're really like, I've completely cooled off. I don't even like you anymore. I never want to see your face again. My parents also feel the same way.
But we can understand each other if we talk.
We don't need to talk anymore. I already know you're only after my money.
Darn. I'll break open the door.
Don't do that.
I can easily break the lock on this shabby house. Look at that. I got it open just now.
The police should be here soon.
What?
I told you I called the police.
Wait, please. Are you talking about the police car behind me?
They're here to arrest you.
Please, stop. I didn't do anything to get arrested.
Are you nuts?
I just came to tell my fiancée how much I love her, and I'm sure the police would understand if I told them. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then go to the police. You can go and show them what a scumbag you are.
Emmy, of course you'll marry me, right?
Bye.
Emmy!
James was then surrounded by police officers. He said,
I didn't do anything. I just came to see my fiancée.
But since he had already broken down the door, he was taken away to the police station. Since then, he has continued to push me to get back together. Of course, I refused. Then he threatened to charge me a fee if I broke off the engagement. Of course, he had no such right, but a lawyer who is acquainted with my dad requested compensation for damage to the door. He was charged a bunch of money for that. It is not a good idea to try to marry for money. About 6 months after this incident, I started dating another man. Just the other day, he proposed to me. He has a dad who is a company owner, and like me, his family is wealthy. I am sure there will be no trouble like the one with James. He's an honest and humble person who does not boast about his wealth. I hope to be happy with him this time.